Good morning. I'm not fully hatched yet, but I wanted to do a viewer request today, and it's from Kirsten. Kirsten, you have asked, can you talk about free will and how this interacts with our manifestation and choosing different versions of another person? Now, I'm going to break her question down into parts because it's fairly long. So that's the first part. Yes, Kirsten, we do have free will, but what happens is we have stuff from childhood, our thoughts, feelings, and beliefs about everything that we learnt from our parents, from our teachers, and our experiences along the way. So, even though we technically do have free will, we view everything through filters of what we think and what we feel and what we believe about every subject. In this case, you've asked about another person. So, yes, we have free will in terms of we can think and feel and believe what we want about another person. But what happens is because of what we've seen in the relationships in our childhood, what we then go on to experience as teenagers and then young adults, then what happens is we start to get evidence of, well, that's how men are, or that's what women do, or relationships are hard, or whatever. You might have even had relationships are easy. My mum and dad had a great relationship, so it could be a really good, positive thought, belief, and feelings about that particular subject. So what happens is your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs, even though you have technically got free will, they still get projected onto situations and they get projected onto your other person. And then you get as I've said before, the photocopy of those thoughts, feelings, and beliefs that you have about relationships, about love, about men, about women, about it being easy, about it being hard, all those things, all that stuff that you've got goes out and puts an imprint on the experiences that you will have. Okay? Now, you've said here it's quite hard to get my head around the problem. Yeah, I know it's tricky. It is tricky, especially when we've been told for years that we have free will. And you're thinking, well, if I've got free will, why am I in this mess with this specific person? So, but I think, if you've watched my channel for a while and you've watched Everyone Is You Pushed Out and Living in the End and, looking at your beliefs and lots of self-love and all that stuff, this will start to make a little bit more sense to you. Okay, then you've written, also the other way around. When I am the creator of my world, is it possible for someone else to have some version of me in his reality? So yes, so let's say, for example, you are the one doing the chasing and you're the needy one. That person would have in their reality of you, she's suffocating, she wants too much, she's too needy. Why are women like this, or why are men like this? That person would have those kind of thoughts, feelings, and beliefs about you, and therefore you are being influenced by that. And also you're being influenced by your childhood, and that's what you're giving to him. Now, you've said, do I have a say in how I appear to that person? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And it is by doing the work on your self-love, doing the work on your affirmations, doing the work on just being responsible for I create through the contents of my consciousness. Okay, so everything, and what does that mean? Contents of your consciousness means everything that you've got, that you think, that you feel, and that you believe, that goes out. That's the contents. It's the contents of you, what you are, what vibration you put out, what energy you put out, what you've got going on. Okay? So yes, you do have a say in how you appear to that person, but what happens is as you do more and more of this work, you do it more consciously, and you can stop your so-called negative behaviors or behaviors that don't get you what you want, and you can start to change them, as many of you have been doing on this channel, watching things, learning things, and then applying stuff and listening to Neville and Abraham Hicks and Louise Hay and all the other things that you listen to on YouTube starts to change the consciousness of you by you're no longer acting by default and just reverting back to your default self, which is the stuff that is the collection of your childhood, the collection of your early experiences. But you are now choosing to do something different by, one, educating yourself, and then also then applying it, and then you are then able to appear differently to that person because you change. So as you change, the outside changes, and then as the person sees that you've changed, and they start to project something different about you as well. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. It's not the easiest of questions to answer, but hopefully that gives you a little bit of a overview into how the components of this works, and that what is the actual interaction between you and other people. Yeah, so, but I think if you really focus on what you're projecting and what you're getting back, and anytime you're getting something back that you don't really like, you can say, okay, well, what is it that I've been thinking, feeling, and believing that that thing is in front of me, or that person's acting like that, or my bank account looks really shriveled up, whatever it is, that you come back to you and you say, okay, what am I thinking, feeling, believing that that's in front of me, and what kind of thoughts, feelings, and beliefs do I need to have for that to change? And you clean up your vibration, as they say, as Abraham Hicks talks about all the time. So that's it. Lots of love. I'm going to finish my cup of tea so I can fully hatch. My eyes aren't working yet. Lots of love, and I'll see you soon.